Hi, this is Dave Clarke, and you're watching Toasted.
Dave Clarke, welcome to ADE.
Thank you very much.
It's almost, well, maybe a bit big to say, but it's your event almost, right? I mean, if people enter the Schiphol area, they see this massive poster of you, I'm told.
Yeah, welcome to Amsterdam, motherfucker. No, it's not my event. The beautiful thing about this is there's so many people over here from every type of genre, and a lot of people work very, very hard behind the scenes to make this happen.
But you are involved in ADE, right?
Yeah, I come up with certain ideas, and we discuss as a sort of committee what's going to work and what's going to work, and not always we all see eye to eye. The DJ cook-off was a kind of interesting split where some people didn't think it was going to work, and me and a chap called Gary did, and now it's kind of fun, although I make new enemies every single year with the DJ cook-off without meaning to. But it's a lot of work behind the scenes, and I think it's the best conference delegate environment for dance music in the world.
What makes it so good?
It's my city. It's Amsterdam. So Amsterdam is an incredible city. It is a city, but yet it feels small. And it's, I don't know, because everything's so close together, you don't have to spend that much time in a taxi. In fact, anyone coming to ADE, please don't go in a taxi. You don't have to spend that much time in a taxi going from meeting to meeting to meeting. You can walk, and you do get business done here. And maybe I'm old-fashioned, but with a conference, kind of business is important, right?
So actually, people do actually do a lot of business because as a spectator or visitor, you just see an incredible amount of gigs with the biggest names in the industry.
Yeah, but the gigs are sort of at the end of the day. But during the day, there's all these panels where if you're up and coming, you can find out how to maybe get to the next level. If you're already established, but you want to get into another environment within the business, then you can actually listen to people that are doing very well in that. But the gigs themselves, obviously, is what it's all about. But it's not what it's all about, if you see what I'm saying. So the gigs themselves are important, especially for me as I'm doing a gig. But during the day, if you are going to schedule a business meeting, they're probably better the beginning of the week more than the end of the week.
Hey, is it really the case that all the top people in the branch are here visiting Amsterdam Dance Event? I mean, for them, it's also a really important thing.
Yeah, and I think maybe a few people, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, would think, I'm not so sure. But now, if you don't get registered for here, if you're not really here, you're not really serious about your business, actually, I think.
Hey, you're playing here in the Melkweg tonight. It sold out really quickly. What's it going to be like?
I always get a bit nervous, and I think
Why is
I don't know, because it's a home city gig, so it makes you feel like a little bit edgy. So maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the back entrance and then look out the top and see if there's people queuing, even though I already know it's sold out. It's kind of strange. My main concern is that people can get through the door quick enough when they're coming, and that if they can't, it's not raining. That's my main concern tonight. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to enjoy it, although there's a lot of other pressures because it's not just me DJing, but it's also me being there as a host. So I've got an artist dinner to do, sponsors, meeting with them, and then also got like newspapers coming over from Belgium. I've got film crews down there, and so there's a lot of things that I need to keep in mind. And you know, when I've done that, I always know how I feel on Saturday. It's like, you know, and hopefully I'm just going to enjoy it a little bit more this year, because last year, even again though it sold out, I was quite nervous, and I don't know why.
Hey, there's been a lot of talk amongst Dutch people, especially why Dutch DJs are so popular right now worldwide. What do you think?
VOC. I think Dutch people have been very, very good at trading for very, very many years. I mean, you have no hills here. You can't fortify the country against invasion. So you trade yourselves, and that's centuries of trading. So, and I think the fact that what happened was, I think it was the English that first started all this sort of moving around brands, and then the Dutch were like, okay, this is how it's done. And then they do it to another level. Musically, that's a difficult thing for me, because a lot of the music that these brands push is not what I relate to. So, but they're successful because they're very, very good at business.
But is there also a good background for the industry? I mean, are there many clubs? Why are there so many good DJs in Holland? the scene good, or what's so good? I mean, or what's different?
It's a strange thing because I don't actually associate myself with the scene. For those of you behind the other side, we're actually friends. We're actually pretending not to be friends right now because we're being professional. But I try to not mix around with a lot of people that are actually in the clubbing scene. So I'm not really a person that really hangs out all the time in clubs. Why there's so many DJs here, I don't know. I think maybe the environment's good, weather's shit, so you need to concentrate on doing something else. Musically, I remember coming over here in the 80s and the 90s, and there were record shops like Boo Disc, and you can get all these records that you couldn't get anywhere else. And I remember reviewing a lot of records for Mixmag back in the day that were Dutch, things that were on Stealth Records, not Roger Sanchez's Stealth, but the Dutch one with like Maritz Paardenkoper, Jochen Pap, loads of other people like that. And then there was all that Gabba, which I can now pronounce. In England, we used to call it Gabba. And there's all that Gabba that came out. I think this Holland just likes music, and good on them.
Do you have any advice for people who are still bedroom DJ watching this and are trying to break out? What should you actually do?
See, my advice is always from the heart. It's not from a business perspective, so it's not like get yourself a manager, do the music that you think is going to be the most successful, and then change whenever it suits because you want to make more money, because a lot of people are like that now. From my perspective, I would say if you're good, be critical of yourself, try to make yourself better, be your own worst critic in a way, but be honest to your heart, play the music that you believe in. It's absolutely fine to be influenced by people, but don't copy people. Yeah, so you take the influences, make it into a big melting pot, and then become yourself. Personally, I was influenced a lot by hip-hop back in the day, and also by old school electro and disco, but the whole style of DJing was like hip-hop and then electro. But I put it all in a pot and hopefully made something new from that. So the DJ, it's not just about the bling. In fact, it shouldn't be about the bling at all, to be honest, because it should be a passion. It's a creative industry, and there's already too many people that are not in the creative industry but more into marketing. So just from the heart and work hard at it, be your own worst critic, and try and build up a scene around you in a local area and pester people in a nice, funny way.
Does it help to send your music to DJs or to you?
If I like it, yes. If I don't like it, then no. But yeah, get your music out on SoundCloud or Mixcloud. Don't badger people. Probably that's a very strange word for you Dutchies. You're probably thinking of this funny animal. But don't badger people with CDs, USB sticks. Get their email addresses, look on their websites, do your homework. If you're a producer, make sure that your track, if you do give it on CD, is labeled correctly. If you give it in a digital form like on SoundCloud, make sure that the metadata is tagged correctly, because sometimes it's a bit frustrating. I really like a piece of music and I think, okay, I've got the correct titling, then 2 weeks later it's, we're really happy that you played our music, but you said the wrong title and it's the title that you gave me. So make sure that the labeling is correct, because if the labeling, you can miss an opportunity because people are looking for the wrong thing. So just make sure everything is precise.
Where will ADE go, you think?
For the next 3 years, I think it will still continue to grow. Beyond that, I'm too scared to make predictions. But I think the next 3 years is going to continue to grow. It's put Amsterdam on the map in a different way. Of course, you get all these dodgy cliches of like smoking and prostitutes, but people actually seeing it as a place to do business as well from that generation. It's not just a place of beautiful architecture and museums, but it's also the hub of the most important worldwide conference. So I think it's going to continue to grow, and I think it deserves to, actually.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Val.